What's up? What it do, good people? I know there's a difference of opinion on how certain people feel about certain things. I just want to start this video with a question. How do you feel about a guy that says they represent, urban hip hop culture and different things like that, but they can sit around and laugh and wish prison on somebody? Why do I say that? Goofy TV has done it again. I never really need to bash him or constantly, trash him, which I don't have no problem doing. I do it on my leisure. But I can't understand how other people, rappers or people who consume content, and they say that they of the subculture, they represent the urban side of things. How can you allow this dude to sit around and laugh and gee about guys that should be in prison? Now, I got some clips that I want y'all to watch. And after you watch them, leave a comment and tell me if you agree with them. Now, my biggest issue with these videos that I'm showing you at Goofy TV, number one, he keeps saying such and such needs to go to prison, and they laugh about it. But at one point in some of these videos, they ask him about his own son, his own flesh and blood, his child. His remarks about his own flesh and blood, his child, is, I don't want that motherfucker around me. He got a dub to do. He shot someone. Now, that's his kid. That's his child. That's his flesh and blood. He could do whatever he want, but am I wrong? Or am I making any type of sense with how can you view a man, especially a black man? How can you view a man that says, to hell with his son and let him go do 20 years in jail? And the person specifically asked him, if your son came home and had his head on right, would you accept him, or how would you accept him? Something to that effect. You'll see it yourself. But he said, no, I don't want him around me. And he got a dub to do. What kind of man does that? The other thing I want to make a point about is that I'm trying not to, use any disparaging language at this setting, right? But Goofy TV keep talking about, I did time and I was in Vision Quest. Now, I ain't taking nothing away from Vision Quest or the juvenile toughness of the Pennsylvania joint, right? We got some tough Jones here, especially Oak Hill back in the day. I mean, some of the most legendary criminals out of the DC underworld was in Oak Hill and Seton Hall. So I dig that. But this guy's whole claim to fame and credibility is that he did time in Vision Quest. The Philly dudes that I know that I was in a penitentiary with, and by the way, that's another point I'm about to make. I was in a real penitentiary. Not to mean that it gives me any extra points of manhood, but when a person says the penitentiary, they've been in a real penitentiary, Goofy TV uses the word penitentiary as just being synonymous with prison. You know how a person say, hey, if you break the law, you're going to go to the penitentiary. Goofy TV was never in a penitentiary, not even a Pennsylvania state zone. He was just in prison. He uses all type of terms to exaggerate the circumstance. Perfect example. I was in Vision Quest and I was in the penitentiary. No, he was in Vision Quest and he was in adult prison. The same way he just told you, and don't you ever forget if you're a Goofy TV consumer, he said that he committed a robbery for a purse that had $8 in it. I've already broken down, and I got another one to break down for you about his lies. I already broke down for you that was not an armed robbery. That was not a strong arm robbery. That was not even a purse snatching. That was stealing a woman's purse with $8 in it. Cool. Now, for all of y'all that's Goofy TV fans, if y'all are really into the truth of things, why don't y'all ask him on his live one day what penitentiary was he in? I guarantee you, he can't answer the question. He wasn't in Graterford. He wasn't nowhere where no thorough motherfuckers was at that's known for no penitentiary life. There are only a few penitentiaries in the country and on the state level. Goofy TV line. Now, they mentioned my name again. So since you mentioned my name, you talking about your brother called you about me? I don't know you. I don't care nothing about whether you're an athlete or not, Jamil Lindsay. However, people from Erie, Pennsylvania said that you went to some Catholic school and you played ball at some other time. These are reports that came to me from Erie. They are the people that said that you running around faking and perpetrating and all this other shit. Your Erie fellow statesman. Before I go, tell your brother, since he called you and he's talking about me, tell him I said to tell you to stay out of my business while you still sitting over there in your mama house with 1,000 pair of tennis shoes and that old ass Benz. And tell your brother that it was your sister that brought to my attention that you faking, that you soft and you a player hating, that you trying to be something that you're not. Your sister did that, Jamil. Don't make me dig into your sister and your brother. So, if you Jamil's brother and you watching this, tell him stay the fuck out of my business. Free the men.
Free Taxstone. You can't free that nigga. That nigga belong in the penitentiary. Nigga open fire in a public place and kill somebody. He gotta go to the penitentiary. Niggas don't like when I say that. A lot of these people belong in institutions. They do. You gotta protect society from some of these Looney Tunes. Free Casanova. It's another nigga belong in prison. He belong in prison, man. Don't free no hoodlums. Everybody that made their way to the prison system, especially the entertainers, leave them niggas in jail. Casanova was running around here, man, beating on his chest, acting like a goddamn fool and shit. Put his ass in jail, leave him there. Skinny Me, AR Ab, all them niggas belong in prison. Leave them niggas where they at. Free Dirk. Dirk belong in jail too. Dirk belong in jail too. Dirk is gonna be going to court soon. He is. Niggas be involved with murder in general society, man. They don't care who gets shot with them strays and shit like that. Lock them niggas up. Free Quando. Another nigga that belong in the prison system. I know y'all don't like me saying that about them niggas that y'all look up to. I don't give a fuck. Lock them goofy niggas up who don't belong in the prison system. Niggas out here that's living like God, Cypher Divine, G.O.D., Gumar Oz Dubar. That means wisdom, strength, and beauty. If you ain't manifesting that, carry your ass to the prison system with the rest of the heathens. Quarter Tab says, free Great God's son. That little nigga ain't getting out. He ain't getting out. Not until we do that dub. That nigga fired a gun at somebody. Protect society from these heathens. Will you embrace your son when he gets out and had his head on right? I don't want that nigga around me. No. Was you being sarcastic? I'm not. Once you get banished from my life, that's it. I don't give a fuck who you is. I'm worried about me, man. I'm worried about me. DC Blacks is obsessed with you. My brother called me about, I guess he seen one of Peon's videos about me. He said, my brother was offended. He said, this nigga said you wasn't no athlete. My brother was mad about that shit. I was in Vision Quest and I was in a penitentiary. I had no problems with nobody. If I did, I went straight in their mouth. I went straight in their mouth. I went straight in their mouth. I grew up in institutions, juvenile and adult. He said they crazy till you run in their mouth, man. You don't want to go in the courts, man. Like they don't view things the same as us, man. Like lawyers cost money, restitution costs money. I was in the courthouse recently. I said that at the beginning of my live stream and shit. I'm watching niggas walk around in the courthouse with them button-up shirts on and slacks and shit. You know how niggas gotta dress when they go into court? I'm walking through with a sweatsuit on and shit because I'm just in and out. And I'm looking at these niggas, these plaid button-ups on and shit like that, suits, and I'm saying to myself, I don't know why you put that on, fam. That ain't gonna make the judge or jury deal with you no differently. You might as well have on a sweatsuit just like me. You might as well have on a sweatsuit just like me. I'm looking at these niggas, man, all uptight. I'm like, man, I remember them days, man. The butterflies is overwhelming, man. Like, you be hoping and praying, and none of that is recognized in the courthouse. They don't respect Salat. They don't. They don't. They don't. So